Thank you for stopping by the Life of Sassy and checking out my video. Today we are looking at my bullet journal for the month of February. In 2023, I've decided to start bullet journaling to try and organize my life and create routines. This is my second month using a bullet journal. I have made some minor tweaks. Let's jump right in and see what I've changed. I have made some slight adjustments and changes. The first thing I did was I kind of went through and made an index page just of what I am trying to accomplish with the bullet journal. Most people will probably think that this is the first thing you should do, but because I wasn't sure if this was the method for me, I decided to just use the bullet journal for January, and if it was something I decided to continue into February, then I would break it down after using my journal for a month. So that's what I did. I went ahead and broke it down into what my goals are for each of the things I'm tracking. Also, what does each thing mean? And I've color coded it. I don't do a lot of drawing in my journal. Drawing is not my thing. I know I could print things and color them and put them in, but I'm just not at that stage. I just simply like the grids, the coloring in, and the different colors. So here I went through and color coded everything. If you want me to break down these pages in more details, let me know in the comments below. I'm not sure if you're interested in the breakdown, and I don't want to make this video too long, but here we have the first page of my breakdown. And here is the second page of my breakdown. Again, it's just what is each thing that I'm tracking in my journal and what are my goals. Now we're into the fun stuff. Here is my goals page. I have made some slight adjustments for February, which I'll go through with you, but we'll start at the top. My goals for February haven't changed. I did do really well on some of my goals in January, but I know going into February, my schedule at work is going a little bit next level. So although I feel confident, like I'm back on track with my water, dinners we did really well with, I'm a little hesitant to consider that goal complete because February could change everything. So I've decided for February that I'm keeping all of my goals the same. I think I need a little bit more time to fully say, yes, I feel I'm 100% back on track. That goal is completed. Let's move on to the next one. So I just moved everything from January over to my February page. Next, we have my 2 buys and my watch for sales. One thing I did add here was little boxes to be colored in. The reason for that is when I set up my page in January, originally my thought was, well, as I buy it, I'll cross it out. As I thought about that more and more, I'm like, I don't want things crossed out in my journal. So instead now I can color in the square once the item has been bought. Pretty much everything for the house just moved over from January. We didn't pick up any of these things, although I do now have a countertop grater on order and should arrive any day now. Groceries, we didn't really have a lot we needed to buy in January, but I still haven't picked up the hamburger buns. I'm still waiting for a sale on sugar and ground pork. Now, new for February, I added a section for ideas for my weekly project. It's not necessarily that there aren't a lot of weekly projects to be done. My house needs a lot of help and a lot of organizing. It is still chaotic from our flood that I think was a year and a half ago now. We still haven't reorganized the basement, which means there's still a lot of stuff from the basement living on the main floor. So there are a ton of weekly projects I could tackle, but as I've mentioned before on here, I'm kind of that type of person that when I get overwhelmed, I shut down. So I'm hoping listing out the weekly projects, I can look, and depending on my time and what else is going on, I can be like, okay, yeah, that one I can tackle today. Plus, I just find seeing things in writing really helps me. And then, of course, we have my tracker for the renovations we want to do around the house. I need to work on this. I need to plan this out a little bit better, so that is a goal for February, to work on what our project is, how much we need to set aside, and hopefully some green will be colored in there by the end of the month. Next, we have my Me Health page where I track my water, my meals, my vitamins, and are we on track for dinner, plus our dinner ideas. I have not changed this page at all. The only thing I did change was I color coded my vitamins. The ones in pink are the ones I take daily. The ones in purple I only take as needed. Like I said, I don't draw, I don't really color, so color coding these is my way of having some variety in my bullet journal, but this page has stayed the same. Next, we have my sleep page. Nothing has changed on this page either. It's exactly the same as last month. Just going to keep tracking it and see if I can continue to maintain that 7 to 9 hours a night. Now we have my work tracker. Nothing here has changed either. I'm going to continue to track. I'm thinking with the sleep and the work tracker, maybe after a couple months, I might tweak them, but for now, they're working for their purpose. No changes are made. My cleaning page. This is honestly the page I thought I was going to struggle with the most, just because I'm not good at keeping up with the cleaning. I tend to put it off and then try and do it all on the weekend and then fail horribly sometimes. But I've actually found that this really keeps me on track because I can constantly look at it and see, okay, what have I done? What haven't I done? And my motivation to color in one of these little boxes is very high. Even at the fact that sometimes I want to get a bit ahead of myself and do week A and week B at the same time. But I do hold back because I know I need a proper cleaning schedule. Not much has changed here. The only thing that did change is laundry has been moved to bi-weekly because we only do it every 10 days. Why am I going to do it more often if I don't need to? Also, I added out taking out our cardboard recycling because that was one thing I noticed last month I had missed. And I added a section for what weekly projects I completed. I want to make sure, did I do a weekly project? But I also want to know what did I tackle, just because, again, I'm visual. I like seeing it. Now we're into my me page / social media. Nothing has changed on this page, but I am considering for March. I have noticed that there are days I don't crochet, but generally because I'm working on something in my journal. So I'm thinking of adding a third square in March to track, okay, if I don't crochet, am I working in my bullet journal? Again, it isn't so much about the exact task I'm doing as much as do I find time for me in the day versus just working and trying to get house stuff done. So I'm just trying to find that little bit of me time. My tracking for my crochet page hasn't changed. I still have my reel ideas. I really need to work on this section. I didn't do as well in January as I had hoped, so I really need to sit down, come up with real ideas, and get that going. Then we have my Life of Sassy. I did do better with this one, but I really do want to sit down before we enter February and come up with some reel and YouTube ideas, just so I have it laid out and planned. I am such a planner. If I have it laid out, it motivates me, whereas when I'm sitting here trying to think about it, it doesn't always come to me. So my plan is to sit down in the next couple of days and come up with the ideas, get a few of these spaces filled in just to get me started, and then as the month goes on, add as needed. And here are my social media video tracking pages. I did contemplate changing this page for February. I thought about taking out the stories and giving more space to reels. I didn't do it because I feel I need more time working with the journal to figure out what direction I'm going in. So for the month of February, got lost in my own thought there. For the month of February, I'm going to keep it the same. See if I start pre-recording some of my stories. Mainly, this would be used if I'm working on a project that's going to take me more than a day, so I can record everything and then post it together. I didn't really do that in January. I'll see if I start doing it in February. If I don't, this section might be removed in March and make the reel section bigger. The same with my crochet page. Again, if I'm not using the stories, I will get rid of it and make the reel section bigger. This is a page that I added mid-month. I was cleaning up my laptop and I discovered I had all of these partially edited videos on my laptop that I never completed. Because, for example, I was trying to make a what's baking muffins, so I started recording videos, but I never completed them. At first, I was like, oh, this is great. I have a bunch of videos. I can just edit them and put them out. Well, no, because I was missing sections. So now my goal is, if I'm going to be making a video with recipes in it where I need to record multiple recipes, I can keep track of what the video is, what recipes I want to record, have I recorded the recipe, have I edited it, and then when it comes to the actual video, have I edited the video, added the intros, outros, and did I post the video? This way, I'm hoping I keep track of it because I'm going to be honest, when I was cleaning up my laptop, I just deleted a lot of videos. I started to get frustrated with the what do I have, what am I missing, is there a way I can piece this together? And I just decided to delete it all and start fresh. So I'm hoping using this and tracking everything, I can be a little bit more organized, because I find that that can be my issue sometimes come Saturday. It's Saturday, I'm not working. Okay, let's record a video. But then it's like, what do I need to record? And then I get lost in the process sometimes, because especially on Saturdays, I try and get as much done as I can on Saturdays so I don't have a lot to do on Sundays. But then I end up being all over the place. I forget to record parts of things and I just get scattered. So this helps to keep me on track with what I have recorded. Now, I haven't had any recipe videos go up yet, but I have started recording portions of them, which I will move over to this page and track. And you should see those coming in February. And that is the end of February's bullet journal. I will post at the end of the month and let you know how I did. I have really high hopes. I am really enjoying this. It is a great process for me. There's creativity of building the journal, which I love, and I have to admit, I get kind of sad once all the pages are made. I get kind of sad that I don't have more pages to make, but I don't want to get too far ahead because I know there might be changes in March. But I'm really enjoying the creativity of it. I love the fact that I can customize it. It's not like a regular planner where, you know, they want a meal plan of Monday to Friday, because that doesn't work for my household. So I love the fact that it's completely customizable, and I look forward to filling it in every day. Coloring in the little boxes is very relaxing for me. It's right up there with crossing things off my to-do list. So come back later in February to see how I did. Thank you for stopping by, and I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please consider giving me a thumbs up so I know that you like this content. And also thank you for joining me on my bullet journal journey. If this is your first time here, please consider hitting that subscribe button and joining my YouTube family. Thank you again, everyone. Have a great day.